Moving on now, viewers, Leicester City, northwest of London, has been on the edge for the last few days. The city has witnessed tense situations, sometimes spiraling into an all-out street fighting. It all started, in fact, last month after India defeated Pakistan in Asia Cup encounter, leading to a fight between the Indian and Pakistani supporters. Now, the recurring incidents of violence thereafter escalated last weekend with mobs hitting the streets and unleashing violence. Video that have emerged show Hindu temple being vandalized and saffron flag outside the temple being pulled down. In another video, masked men can be seen torching a saffron flag. But as Hindus and their places of worship come under attack in the UK, TMC leader Swati Joshi has blamed Hindutva extremism for what's happening in Leicester. The TMC spokesperson said that countries like UK must flag threat of Hindutva extremism because if it is left unchecked, it will only grow. Now, the BJP has lashed out at the TMC, accusing the Saffron Party of trying to whitewash Islamist radicalism for vote bank politics. The BJP has hit out at the TMC.
आपने देखा है जिस तरह से इन लोगों ने हमेशा से भगवा के ऊपर प्रहार करते हुए भगवे को बदनाम करने के लिए अपने लोगों को खड़ा करके अपने लोगों को गमछा डालकर आतंकवादियों को महिमा मंडित ये लोग करते हैं, तो इन्हें ये सब तरीके पता हैं। इसलिए यही लोग हैं जो बार बार इस तरह की घटनाओं को कराते रहते हैं और इल्जाम देना चाहते हैं, भगवा आतंकवाद की तरफ ले जाना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि इनको प्रेम है उन आतंकवादियों से जो दुनिया में उथल पुथल मचाए हुए हैं, पूरी दुनिया जिनसे परेशान है। भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे गैंग के साथ खड़े होकर, अलगाववादियों के साथ खड़े होकर, जिन्होंने विभाजन किया उनके साथ खड़े दिखते हैं ये लोग। आज भी इनकी सरकार जो चल रही है तृणमूल की, अगर आप देखें तो उसमें विदेशी ही फंडिंग और विदेशी ही लोगों का सहयोग रहता है ना। देश के लोगों की तो ये लोग हत्या करते रहते हैं।
Well, he is not blaming the real culprits. The real culprits are the radical Islamists in UK, and then it's the local government of UK which is also accepting that. But for the vote bank politics, they'll paint a different picture here. It will be appreciated that he should read and understand what's happening on ground. The fact is that Islamist radicals are on surge, and then they are not allowing any Hindu activity in areas where they have dominance.
Let's open this up and go across to our guest. We have Manu Khajuria, Indian citizen who has been living in UK since last 12 years. Ahmad, a lawyer, is joining us on the broadcast. We also have another lawyer, Asghar Ali Khan, as well. Good evening to all of you. Manu Khajuria, I want to come to you first. I'm sure you're aware of the developments taking place here in India after violence was witnessed, after it was caught on camera how a saffron flag was desecrated, Hindu temple was attacked. Now, a TMC leader, a TMC spokesperson, Mr. Swati Joshi, says that countries like UK will have to take note of this. Otherwise, Hindutva extremism will grow. It is going unchecked. How do you respond to such political stands and reactions being taken? And what is the situation there on ground as far as the Hindu community is concerned?
Let me begin by saying that I don't know why Swati Joshi has made this particular statement, or rather I would say he has done it because of his own political compulsions. But the fact remains that what is happening in Leicester right now, what has happened in the last few weeks is that the peaceful Hindu community has been under violent attacks, been the target of fake news. Their properties have been damaged. At least 100 Hindu properties have been damaged across Leicester. And this has been done by the extremist Islamists. This is the fact, and this is what the truth is. And currently the Hindu community in Leicester, and definitely all across UK, wherever there is the British Hindu, the Indian diaspora, they are extremely worried, they are extremely fearful, and there has been, refuting what Swati Joshi is saying, there has been no evidence of a counter-attack. There was a peaceful protest march after many days of hundreds of radicalized mobs baying for the Hindus in Hindu neighborhoods in East Leicester. After this, there was a peaceful protest, and according to the British laws, you are allowed a peaceful protest. This was organized by Hindus in Leicester. Other than that, there has been no evidence of a counter-attack by the Hindus. They, in fact, have been working with the authorities and trying to demand protection, trying to demand security for themselves, especially in the context of Navratri and Diwali coming up, and Leicester being the biggest the biggest Diwali celebration outside India happens in Leicester, which is, as you know, coming up soon.
Okay, thank you very much for telling us what indeed is happening there, but stay on with us. Anshul Saxena, political analyst, is also with us on the broadcast. Anshul ji, मैं आपके पास आऊंगी, पहले reactions दो और panelists हैं उनसे ले लूं. Ahmad Ayaz, the authorities have not said anything about who's to be blamed. The authorities are still investigating the matter. On camera, it has been caught. The attack that took place on the temple, the manner in which the saffron flag was vandalized, desecrated. Despite that, what do you think really is the logic here, or why Saket Gokhale has reached a conclusion that it is Hindutva extremism? Based on what?
The problem is that we have a fixed point as on today that wherever any terror that's the and I think despite the threat.
Ayaz, sir, your audio is not very clear. You know, we'll fix that. I'll come back to you. Let me take that question from Asghar Ali Khan. If you heard my question, Mr. Khan, please go ahead.
Yes, I think the incident took place not between the Hindu and Muslim. It took place as per my view. It took place between the Indians and Pakistani. Since the issue was cricket match between the India and Pakistan, so it was the issue of every person in India, whether he is Hindu or Muslim, always either if the India win the match, for example, everybody, whether he is Hindu or Muslim, will be glad. The reaction is same. It is immaterial whether the citizen of India is Hindu or Muslim, whatever he is, but his impression, his emotion, his everything is same if the India win in any match of cricket.
You're talking about the situation here in India, but what has happened in Leicester, sir? What has happened in Leicester when you attack a religious place?
India and Pakistan.
No, when you attack a religious place, it's not because it belongs to an Indian, because it belongs to a particular religion. You cannot brush that under the carpet. You have to call out for what it is.
I had seen at your screen that some people were running and raising the slogan Jai Shri Ram and all that. But I think they were the Indian Hindu and they were raising the slogan against the Pakistani. There was no part of the Islamic
raising a slogan is entirely different from attacking individuals and their places of worship. अंशुल सक्सेना, कई लोग अब इसको ये इस तरीके से देखने के लिए कह रहे हैं कि ये तो दो क्रिकेट फैंस के बीच में, दो गुटों के बीच में झगड़ा हुआ है, लेकिन साकेत गोखले साफ तौर पर कह रहे हैं ये हिंदू एक्सट्रीमिज्म है. यूके जैसे देशों को इसका ख्याल रखना चाहिए.
नो, नॉट एट ऑल.
देखिए, एक्चुअली साकेत गोखले तो उनका काम है प्रोपेगेंडा चलाना, वो बहुत सही आ रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर आप देखेंगे केस को तो इसमें 17 सितंबर को ही इंस्टाग्राम पे स्टोरीज डाली गई थी. एक डेट टाइम सेट किया गया था कि इस दिन हमें मीटिंग करनी है. उसमें उस स्टोरी से मेंशन किया गया था स्पेसिफिकली कि जो मुस्लिम्स हैं वो लोग मिलकर यहां पर मीटिंग करें और उस मीटिंग में डिसाइड किया जाएगा किस तरह टारगेट करना है, किस तरह अटैक करना है. और ये स्टोरी पूरे इंस्टाग्राम पे वायरल थी. जिस अकाउंट ने ये स्टोरी डाली थी उस अकाउंट का नाम था डच राजा. वो बैलेंस के बाद वो अकाउंट भी डिसअपीयर हो चुका है. इसकी इंफॉर्मेशन मैंने पुलिस को दी थी, लेस्टर की पुलिस को, और अटैक होने से पहले मैंने इंफॉर्मेशन दी थी कि ये होने वाला है. और लेस्टर की पुलिस ने रिप्लाई मुझे किया था कि उनको इसके बारे में जानकारी है, वो इस पे कुछ ना कुछ एक्शन लेने जा रहे हैं. पर पता नहीं पुलिस ने क्या किया, क्या नहीं किया.
आपने खुद
ऑर्गेनाइज अटैक था.
आप कह रहे हैं कि आपने खुद पर्सनली इस एक तरीके से ये जो कैंपेन चल रहा था सोशल मीडिया में, इसको रिपोर्ट किया था, लेस्टर पुलिस को बताया था, आपने खुद किया था ये?
मैंने खुद किया था, पुलिस ने मुझे खुद रिप्लाई भी किया है. ट्विटर पे मैंने ट्वीट किया था सब इंफॉर्मेशन के साथ कि किस तरह से एक डेट चूज की गई है, एक टाइम चूज किया गया है, एक मीटिंग रखी जा रही है जिसमें टारगेट अटैक किया जाएगा हिंदूज पे. ये पूरा प्री प्लान और ऑर्गेनाइज्ड अटैक था. और उसके बाद जब मैंने पुलिस को ये इंफॉर्मेशन दी तो लेस्टर पुलिस ने मुझे खुद रिप्लाई किया है अपने ऑफिशियल अकाउंट से कि उनको उसकी जानकारी है, वो कुछ ना कुछ पे एक्शन लेंगे. पर पुलिस यहां फेल हो गई. और आप देखिए यहाँ पे एक फेक न्यूज प्लांट की गई, यहाँ पे एक फेक न्यूज प्लांट की गई कि मस्जिद पे हमला हुआ है. और ये इसलिए प्लांट की गई जिससे सभी इस्लामिस्ट रेडिकल्स
But
इकट्ठे
there
हो
was a
जाएं और
clarification
सड़क
issued.
पे आकर ये
But there was a
हिंदू
clarification issued, Ahmad by the police and the mayor as well, कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ. There is no desecration of mosque that has happened. And despite quelling those fears, Anshul Saxena is saying there was a social media campaign that was run and Hindus were targeted based on these organized protests, these organized attacks. But some here in India believe this is Hindutva extremism. Why? Why, Mr. Ahmad?
Today that it is Hindu terrorism, but point is that so far we have a fixed mind that whenever any terror act takes place anywhere, it's Muslim. Immediately it is said to be Muslim. There also we don't wait for the inquiry, we don't for the ground reports of the agency. We immediately come to the conclusion and say that it is Muslim terror, which otherwise is not true. And today, if Gokhale has said, surely he must have something, he must have some that to say. Otherwise, why should he say about it? To say that there has never been a terrorism, that also cannot be said because they have witnessed many incidents in the past.
You're accusing others of drawing conclusions, jumping the gun, but you are not saying anything about Saket Gokhale. Ms. Khajuria, I want you to come in and rebut that.
Yes, I want to point out that, we are reducing what is happening in Leicester by saying it is something happening between the cricket fans. First of all, if it was an altercation, definitely there was an altercation after the match because an Indian flag was taken away, it was pulled. But then Britain is used to very, very rowdy football fans, so it was nothing. It could have ended there. But as Anshul pointed out, it was an organized Islamist attack क्योंकि उसके बाद social media का use किया गया है by people like Sunny Hundal, by people like Majid Freeman. And Majid Freeman, by the British media account, also is somebody who has been supporting terrorists from Al-Qaeda and Islamic State. He's been peddling fake news, trying with an intent to harm and to incite violence against the very peaceful Hindu community. The neighborhoods, let me point out that the neighborhoods that we are talking about are working class, peaceful Gujaratis who have been attacked purposely when the doors are bashed in, when cars are broken in, when a Hindu youth is pulled out of the car and beaten up. You know how they are identifying these homes? They are identifying these homes अगर कोई तुलसी का पौधा उनको विंडो पे दिख जाए, कहीं ओम लिखा हुआ दरवाजे पे, तोरण लटका हुआ, शुभ लाभ लिखा हुआ जैसे हिंदुओं के दरवाजे पे यहाँ भी होता है, वैसा जब उनको दिख रहा है, they are attacking, the doors have been broken in. There was a young couple, a young newlywed who was alone in her house. Such incidents have happened. And उसके बाद आप एक हिंदू फ्लैग को एक मंदिर से खींचते हैं, उसको आप बर्न करते हैं. And Leicestershire police has been continuously.
So you're saying the houses were marked. They were looking for signs and symbols of Hindu religion, and after that Hindus were attacked. Anshul Saxena, they're saying he personally complained to the Leicester police about the social media campaign of how this was a pre-organized attack. But there are some who still believe that this is Hindutva extremism on display, jumping the gun even before the authorities say anything. Thank you very much, Ms. Khajuria and gentlemen, for joining us on the broadcast. We're moving